People are confused as shit right now. Everybody's been calling for a recession for like 2 years straight, and we just haven't gotten it. People are still calling for a recession right now, and I think we are going to get a recession sometime next year. But I also believe that we've already had a rolling recession in various sectors, and things are starting to rebound. So you can make a case for that. And you can make a case for a recession coming down the line. And so yeah, it's just a lot of confusion, man. I just try to think, if I only follow people, I'm fucked. I don't know what to do. And so I would rather just work my job and make money from my job, you know. If I'm a retail investor like that, which I am, but you get what I'm saying, Jesus.
Yeah.
so
That's a
so it's
good point
interesting.
about that's a good point about recessions happening in different areas and kind of rebounding. It's kind of like things are like just going like this instead of
If you look at this chart right here, essentially, so the lighter blue line is January 2023, the darker blue line is February 2023, so they're just a month apart. And obviously, bars to the left indicate recessions or recessionary activity within that industry or sector. And in this case, the only three as of February that weren't showing signs of recession were consumer services, industrials, and technology, which actually, when you look back, it plays out that way. And so every other sector has experienced some type of recessionary activity at some point in time. And so this chart kind of depicts what a rolling recession would look like. You got some that are doing, pretty good in terms of sector-wide performance. And then you have others that aren't doing so well. Financials will probably be the most blaring example in real life and on this chart, for example.
I mean, this like tracks, like obviously different industries will be hit first. I don't know. It's interesting that technology isn't being hit so hard, I guess. I've been
Yeah.
hearing a lot of layoffs there, so I was expecting that to be way worse.
Yeah, and it's also interesting with tech because yields are high and tech is still
Yeah.
high as well. And so like tech is just which is why you got a lot of people talking about a potential recession in earnings as well, like an earnings recession for a lot of these tech companies. But I mean, it's just been performing, I guess, as a darling. I think, people still look at tech as a safe haven because it's so much growth. And then you got to realize like 90% of funds, they own the Mag 7. Jesus Christ. Couldn't get that out.
the
Uh,
magnificent.
they own the Mag 7, all of them. And
You want to talk
so,
about what the Max 7 is?
yeah, the seven biggest technology stocks. So, you know how we used to have like the FANG stocks,
Well, they changed it to
Facebook,
Mag
Amazon.
7. They took away the
Yeah,
Fang. That's not a thing
magnificent.
anymore.
Yeah, because now you just got like two more. So you got Facebook or Meta, Amazon, Apple, Netflix,
Google.
Google.
Is Tesla up there?
I think Tesla is up there, but I'm not quite sure. I believe Tesla's in there. And I'm forgetting the last one there. But yeah, so like those are the seven stocks that like provided, I think, like
Pretty much
seventy
holding up
percent
the
of the
economy.
yeah, like 70% of the returns in the S&P were from those seven stocks. And so, you get a lot of funds just holding them, and they're probably not just going to sell them. So that's also a factor that kind of provides like that buffer to the downside for tech stocks. So yeah, pretty interesting, pretty interesting. Like healthcare, there's another one. So like we've been seeing a lot of news about Ozempic. Have you guys seen that?
Mm-mm.
They were like a weight loss drug, and now they're like, or no, they are a weight loss drug now.
They
So
are
now
weight
you just,
loss.
yeah. So now you can just take drugs and lose weight. So, I think that's gonna push healthcare to the upside as well, or continue pushing it to the upside. On top of, I just think we're at a point right now where, like, when you think about crypto and you think about things that are going on behind the scenes, providing value to the overall ecosystem, that's kind of the same thing that's happening in the medical space right now. A lot of investments, a lot of new technologies are being tested. And in the next few years, we're going to start to see the rollout of that. And so,
Yeah.
healthcare going forward, I'll probably be bullish on healthcare going forward, starting using this as a starting point.
That was a
Hmm.
good comparison, actually. The stuff going on, like in the actual fundamentals of the space, even though the hype hasn't returned yet. I kind of
Yeah.
agree with that. That crypto, with all the shit that it's doing right now, is setting itself up to have really good fundamentals come the next bull market. Obviously, there is, fundamentals is not how most retail investors make decisions, though, and
Yeah,
it's
off
going to take a
narratives. Yeah.
lot more. It's going to take a lot of PR. Really, is going to be the
Hmm.
winning angle there. But yeah, it'll be cool if crypto is able to get down a transaction cost to make it actually competitive with like credit card purchases. That would actually make it fundamentally like a useful product. The issue that crypto's had forever is that it's super expensive in order to transact on the blockchain, especially decentralized blockchains where there's this competitive process where different people are competing to validate it, and all these energy costs are then passed on to the transactors. But yeah, if crypto is able to bring down those costs, and it is from what I've seen, I talked to a friend of mine who's a VC in the crypto space, and he's telling me this as well. That would be amazing because then once the bull market happens again, you won't be spending $20 to make one little purchase on Ethereum or whatever. You'll be spending closer to what you do a credit card, and it'll be in the consumer's mind a lot better to use, right? It'll be a just much more useful product.
Yeah, I think we're very much so still in the dial-up stages of the blockchain, and the more I study the internet and how the growing pains it had to to go through to
Bro,
become what?
I'm sorry. I just thought about how gas fees, like how high they can actually get. I just thought about, one time I was investing, bro, probably because I was always just putting chunks of money in, right? So at this point, I was going to buy like $1,500 something. I was on MetaMask. I forgot what I was buying. But for that $1,500, bro, I think I paid like 400 something in gas fees. And, and I paid it, just because it was like, I'm not going to wait like 4 more weeks for the gas fees to come back down. Now I just think like, damn, that's actually crazy as fuck. That's like almost what is that? 20-30% of my investment before I actually buy the asset, it's gone. I'm like, man, that's pretty intense. So yeah, that's gonna be a huge catalyst. Because if I only have $1,500 and my gas fee is 400, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm changing my mind instantly.
Yeah, it's
So yeah, that
people
was
can
pretty
say,
crazy.
oh, people can say, oh, it's the bull market, so you make more money, you pay more, but like another issue with Ethereum is that they give you an estimate as to what it can be. Like imagine if you were going to buy a plane ticket and it said your fee could be between 50 to 500 bucks, but you only know after you already swipe your card. That's what Ethereum's like right now.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not sustainable at all.
No, I mean, these are all very valid points. Yeah, they just need to mop this stuff up. And here's the beauty of the the bear market. I know that the who are the decentral bankless. That's the one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bankless is
Yeah,
pretty
those
good.
guys. They would always call the bear market the build market. They're like, no, no, we're not in a bear market. We're in the build market. It's kind of funny and it's kind of corny, but they're ostensibly correct because what the bear market does provide is space to actually build up the fundamentals of the ecosystem instead of just all this money going into like nonsense hype projects. Because what's in the bull market, nobody's thinking. They're running into projects that can shoot up. But when you're in the bear market and everything's so hard to get money for, and it's hard to actually do anything, you literally have to focus on fundamentals. And when you cut all the retail consumers out of the equation, a lot of the hype's gone. So the money is much more focused on projects with people that have the money that actually know what they're doing. So they actually give money to projects with better fundamentals. So I do think in that sense, this is a great opportunity for people that are building projects that actually focus on like quality instead of just making nonsense like NFTs, right?